Good morning, Arca Eagles. All right, my name is Mr. Hanks. Welcome to another lesson in our little mini series for Unit 2, Chapter 2, Populism. And we're going to kind of see the climax of the populist movement today. This is the last reading in the student text. And this lesson is for October 2nd, which is Wednesday. In a few more days, we got a little quiz coming up on Friday. Just a quick little reminder. If you're not with us, we hope you're doing good. Hope you're going to be able to rejoin us back school, whichever the situation is. But for right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the elections of 1892 and 1896. And this is kind of a relatively a short lesson. We see our same little standard, discuss the causes and effects of the Granger Movement, Farmers Alliance, and the People's Party, because we're going to kind of see two factors, a before and an after factor when it comes to these elections and the populist movement. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So, today's bell ringer. We are all familiar with two main political parties, Republican and Democrat. But can you name a current third party? Are third parties really all that scarce or anything? A lot of people don't know this, but in the election of 2020, Kanye West actually won a little over 6,000 votes in Louisiana for the birthday party. Third party candidates are kind of notorious for being made fun of, even though they're highly qualified to run for office. Usually we'll see how that pans out. I remember back in 2000 when George W. Bush ran and run for president, there was a second guy, a third party candidate, and his name was Nader. So people were like, don't be a Nader hater or anything like that. I don't really know too much about him because, I was like 10 years old. Anyway, no, not even 10. I'm bad at math. 9. All right, maybe 8. But yeah, sure. So going for it, that's just kind of what I want you to know going forward. Third party candidates never win or anything like that. I guess you could say the only true third party president that we ever had was George Washington, but he didn't even claim to be part of a political party. And if you remember, he warned our country not to get invested too much in political parties. So can you name another third party currently in our country or anything like that? No? Okay. All right. So, and in time, we're going to get into a really, really cool third party. That's called the Bull Moose Party. I can't wait. That's Theodore Roosevelt's. We're going to get to that. Can't wait. That's in a future lesson, though. It's coming up, though. It's coming up. Not in this chapter, but it's coming up. All right. Cool. So, let's jump. We got two readings today, the elections of 1892 and 1896. And this was like the populist movement's big attempt to get their candidate in office, who was William Jennings Bryan. I want you guys to kind of read into the lesson. Read this little short, it's a short little read, and everything starts on page 31 of the text. Make sure you take your notes, who, what, when, where, why, how, and you got to kind of do it for both elections, like what was the big thing happening in 1892. Because a lot of the South was those sharecroppers, people that weren't necessarily good people, we'd probably describe them as some of the racist leftover Democrats from the slave-owning days before the Civil War. They actually kind of sympathized with the farmers movement, considering the South was made up of a lot of farmers. So you're going to kind of see that kind of play in. Maybe racism is going to have an effect on the populist movement. Maybe we'll kind of see how that plays out if you read into the two elections. So for this one right here, who was the populist candidate for president in 1892? Why was the People's Party less successful in the South, and why did the People's Party come to an end? Okay, and without spoiling too much into it, what you see with a lot of third parties in total is usually they'll get absorbed into one of the bigger two political parties, like the Republicans and the Democrats. I guess you could say the Republicans and the Democrats have a monopoly on political parties. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so yeah, that's just some things I kind of want y'all to take note with on this. And even though they had a lot of good points going to it, we need to kind of take a step back and think about today with farmers and their plight. They're kind of facing the same deals and trials, cheap rates and everything, imports to compete against for lower prices. It's hard to be a farmer nowadays, and we don't know why Bill Gates is buying up all that farmland. I don't know what's happening with that, but still. All right, so go ahead, read it. Like I said, it's a short little lesson. And yes, the People's Party does unfortunately come to an end, but they are absorbed by a bigger entity. You'll get that as you read. Well, and by that bigger, I mean one of the two political parties, Republican or Democrat. So if you read into it, that's just something you should know. Um, so I guess, before I make my last statement on it, because I do want you to, why the People's Party come to an end. I guess you could say that the People's Party, the Populist Party, something that they were trying to advocate to become popular, did not gain enough traction to kind of stay in effect, and they were end up absorbing. So I guess at the end of the day, you could say that the popular party was really unpopular, and the unpopular party was popular. Yeah, I said it. Anyway, so why did the People's Party come to an end? I want you to go ahead, give me some evidence from the text. You're going to find that more in the 1896 one. And I want you to explain 2 sentences using part of our little writing rubric. Go ahead, get that done. And we have 2 primary goals tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be a fun day, so I hope you don't miss it in class because we're doing a little gallery walk for the second reading. So make sure that you take care of yourself, get better, or if something's happening, I hope everything is okay with y'all. Remember, strong minds, strong hearts, all that good stuff. Live the arc away. Thank you very much. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.